Hey, what's going on, guys? Ray here from Two Broke Gamers. Alongside me, we have
Ryder, I'm here too, boys.
yeah, it's two for a reason. Two of us. I don't know. Has to do with the name. So, yeah, it's been a little bit. If you were noticing, we were being a bit consistent. I know, kind of weird, and we were uploading some content, uh, almost every day. But I would say, at least once every 2 days, we were getting content out of our game
Damn
collection.
right. Yep.
And
Yes.
we had a lot of fun doing that, but then we ran out of stuff to talk about. We ran out of a collection to show. Um, so that was about three
Sadly.
weeks ago. And I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what? We should just do like a little update video. What have we been playing? Just all types of stuff. I have a few notes written down to kind of stay on track, but
All right. All right.
it's still kind of freeballed. But yeah, so I'll let Ryder go ahead and say the big exciting thing that happened today.
Um, I got a PS5 today, finally, after a couple years trying. Actually, that's not true. I wasn't trying for a couple years. I was trying for a couple months, probably. Um, Finally got the bad boy. I got a job, by the way, so I'm
Yeah.
actually getting money now. It's shocking.
We might have to be the two. What we might need a name
Middle
change.
two lower income gamers, I
Two low
guess.
class, lower class.
But yeah, it came about because I actually wasn't home. I was washing the car, and Ray messaged. He's like, "Bro, GameStop's got a bunch of PS5s. You want one?" So I didn't see that till like half an hour later. I'm like, "Hold up!" I think I messaged "Hold up"
Mm-hmm.
because like I
Yeah.
wasn't home yet. And then I got home like, all right, I gotta call him. So called him up. He's like, yeah, they got PS5s right now at GameStop. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, said they got a bunch, got a ton of them, but you don't have a ton of them
Yeah.
apparently,
It's not
but
actually a ton. It's like 10, maybe
it's still a
eight.
good amount.
It's a good amount. Yeah.
But I noticed too recently, the last couple of weeks, that I've seen them on Twitter all over the place. People post pictures from like Walmart and a bunch of places that just like have them in stock. People just like walk in, they're there, which is crazy because it's never been like that with this system. But anyway, so he's like, "Yeah, you want me to go buy it?" I'm just like, "Yeah, just buy me it." And then I'll I'll just so I'm working on paying him back now. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, um, PS5. So as we were talking about this actually, because I dropped it off to him today and we talked a little bit, but we definitely saved a lot of conversation for this video, but we were talking about how like I looked at him. I was like, "Can you believe I've almost had my PS5 for 2 years? Because I got it launch day,
Crazy,
and
yeah.
it doesn't even feel like the next gen is like a thing because of how many people still haven't gotten their hands on it. So it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't even feel like the next gen has started. I feel like I got a head start, like I got it like an early copy of a game, and like no one else got it yet. So it's like
Yeah.
it's I'm happy to see that the quantity and shipments are starting to come in because I definitely want more people to get the PS5s. I never had this like elitist feeling of like I have one and you don't type thing. So I know some people do. I don't know why, but I'm just happy that they're out for the general public because if mine ever breaks, I'd like to know that I can go get one pretty easily. I mean, you just
Yes.
got to spend money, right? I mean, it's easy. It's easy to spend money. So, but yeah, so
Um,
got the PS5. It's definitely hyped up.
I hope that kills off like scalping market
Yeah.
too for him because that was horrendous, man.
Um,
Just like selling for like thousands of dollars. It's crazy.
we'll segue right into that. Now that you got the PS5, a lot of games that you were interested in, but
Yeah,
it definitely pushed your hype even more.
it changes a lot when you're interested in a game and you can't buy it because it's not on the system you have. Then when you actually get the system that's on now, it's like my mind's blowing up because like what do I actually want really now?
Yeah.
Because there's a ton of games coming out in the next couple months for PS5 in particular. They're like, I gotta get these, gotta get this, gotta get this. Um,
I mean, sorry to cut you off in a sense, but when you think about like games coming out soon, we were not too long ago. You were talking about how long it'll be until you get to play God of War Ragnarok because that was
yeah,
PS5 only. So it's kind of like that comes out next month. Like
Yeah,
and next month is in like 3 days, type thing. Like and then that month it's like, it's just crazy that you go from oh my god man like I want to play it but I don't know when I'll be able to like oh okay I just gotta buy the game.
yeah, it's legit what it was too. I was like, yeah, I'm excited for Ragnarok, but like, yeah, well, it could be like another year or two till I get a
Yeah,
PS5 finally.
you almost don't want to get excited like your full excitement.
No, I don't. I don't want to go
And
full bore on it because if I'm like super excited, I can't play it. Then it's like then you're just depressed
you
pretty
see
much.
everyone else playing it talking about how good it is and it's like wow.
Yeah.
This
Plus,
sucks.
having to like try to avoid
Ugh,
spoilers, which is really hard to
yeah,
do nowadays. Although I'm decent at avoiding spoilers in general.
yeah.
Um, I'd say. I mean, I've avoided near automata spoilers for like years until like the day I got and looked at the trophy list and the trophy said get to this point where this happens. I'm like, oh man,
I
whoopsie.
I can't believe I avoided Final Fantasy VII original spoilers until like last
Yeah,
month.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know
crazy
how.
spoils,
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It's
Um,
funny. And like at the time I was like, I don't care. I don't know if I'll ever play it. And then lo and behold, I'm 17 hours into the game and it's like, well, oh, oops.
Speaking of Ragnarok, though, when does that actually come out? Because I
If
wasn't
I
really paying attention to the date. So,
if I remember correctly, it's like November 26th or something. I got Google
all
pulled up
right.
right now. I'm just kind of talking so that way it doesn't sound like I'm just typing mindlessly, but it's got it right here coming out. I was way off.
Okay.
It comes out just counting 11 days.
What
The
was it like
ninth.
November 7th or something? 9th.
Ninth.
Jeez, I didn't know it was
That's
that
initial
quick.
release date. I don't think it got pushed. I don't think it got anything like that.
Oh, I didn't know it was that soon.
Yeah,
Man, I wish it was a little longer than that.
November 9th. We got 11 days. What the
Man,
heck? What a like
each of the
ghost
next
launch
months.
almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, each of the next months is like crazy
Yeah.
for me and you in particular because
Oh
like
yeah.
God of War November, got Callisto Protocol December.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for that. We can talk about that in a little bit. Got Dead Space remake January. I think Resident Evil remakes like early
March.
March.
Yep.
Yeah, it's March. Actually, I
Probably
think
some
it's late
stuff in
March.
February, but I'm not
I don't know what's in
remembering.
February. The Crisis Core remakes coming out
Yep.
December. There's a lot of
Yeah,
big boy stuff
it's
coming out,
nuts.
man. Um,
But yeah, okay, so we talked about you got the PS5, games. I know like games you're looking forward to. You can finally play FF7 Intergrade. I know
yeah,
that
what's
was
a
a
big
big one
one?
for
It's a big
you.
one I need to play. Yeah,
Demon Souls remake, big
yeah, I'd
one.
love to play that.
Really the big benefit if you're not too sold on the PS5 right now and its exclusives and the games you can play on it, it's just nice that the PS5 is like a super PS4. So you get the
Pretty much,
60
yeah.
FPS boost. So even games like you could redo like whenever you want to play like Ghost of Tsushima again, you could get the director's cut and play through that like that way. And just there's a lot of like options now of even games that aren't exclusives, but even like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, like Returnal. There's good stuff, but
Yeah, there's good stuff.
definitely good stuff there. Um, Before we talk about the games, because gonna be the next topic is games we're looking forward to.
Okay.
Um, and first, to get this out of the way, as of the time of recording this, it is October 28th, a Friday, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 has just released today. And
Okay.
those who bought the physical copy of the game were met
Oh.
with rather disappointment, if you ask me. When the back of the game case says that it's a minimum required space of 130 gigabytes, you think to yourself, okay, well, here we go. And you put the disc in and it says 70 megabytes. You're a little confused, right? Well,
A
lo and
little bit.
behold, good old Call of Duty. I don't remember who's publishing this one, so I don't want to say Activision
Uh,
Treyarch. I don't remember. I'm not up to my Call of Duties. But yeah, so that disc is basically just a license to let you download the game from the internet. So that's cool. That's real nice. And the biggest issue, in my opinion, is that means there's no data on the disk at all. 70
no.
megabytes, as you know, is nothing by today's standard, it's enough to maybe throw the graphic up, which maybe that's not even enough. But the thing is that the campaign needs the internet to be downloaded, which you're I mean, you got to keep in mind there's a lot of people that don't have internet. There really is. Like
Yeah,
it might
it
sound
still
crazy,
is.
but
Yeah,
there's people out there that don't have systems connected to the internet, which means they can't even play Call of Duty single player experience without internet. And I think that's just crazy. I don't like this direction we're going in. We're paying for a physical license that will be useless down the road when the server's no longer available to download it. So definitely a big downgrade, and I'm glad that people are bringing light of it because this is not acceptable. I don't care if you're a digital only collector. You need to understand that this is bad. I mean, it's very bad.
Another thing in the same vein is that at least that one gives you a disc. Is there's some collector's editions coming out recently that don't even have a disc. You get
Hmm.
like for Horizon, the second one, Frozen,
Forbidden West.
whatever, Forbidden, whatever, dude. Um, that I think God of War collection as well. Not collection, the God of War Ragnarok collector's edition. They don't actually have physical discs now. It just gives you like the case, and it just has like a voucher in it to
It
download
gives
it.
you the steel book and a
Yeah,
voucher.
but like nothing to put in it. So what's the point?
Um,
What's even the point of having it? They just
my
give you this voucher. So
my girlfriend did buy Horizon Forbidden West Deluxe Edition, which came with an
yeah,
art book and the game, a steel book. It did come with an art book, a steel book, not the normal game case, but art book, steel book with the disc inside at least.
yeah. These are like collector's
Yeah.
editions, which
So we
really
it's absurd.
bothers me.
And
Like you spend like
yeah,
$250 on this, you're not even getting the disc.
and if I remember to talk about this, I will say quickly, Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition. I'm not even sure if that is a now like for sure you're getting a disc even, you know. So like, we'll save that. But yeah, I mean we can't be buying these physical games to have like codes inside, you know,
Yes.
and like the Switch is kind of having that problem where if you get a Switch game, if you get a collection, for example, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, the second game is a download code. I believe it's the second game. You get things like Mega Man X collection. The second collection is a code. You know, like it's I don't like that. You know, no one really does. I don't know anybody that does. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No physical collector wants a code.
And it means you have to buy these games brand new.
Yeah.
You can't get these games
Yeah.
used because the voucher's probably used already.
Yeah.
So it's like shit out of luck, I guess.
It's an
Whoops.
issue. I'm glad people are upset about it as they should be, and hopefully moving forward we can get away from this. I know it seems like we're only going towards it in the sense of
Yeah, we're definitely heading towards the like
I
all
mean,
digital age. And I see some people like, yeah, that's what it should be. It's like, no,
yeah, it definitely should
no.
not be. I mean, when I went and picked up the PS5 yesterday for you, I didn't like. He asked me digital or disc, and I genuinely forgot that it's even an option to get it without the disc drive.
Yeah.
Like when he asked me that, I was like, I had to stop for a second. I'm like, what is he asking? What does he mean? And like, my brain, like, I had that rethought of like, wow, you can get a game system that doesn't even have a disc drive.
That's
That's
nuts.
crazy. But yeah, so like I said, hopefully people are upset about it. Actually, you know what? I'm segueing into this. It's
Okay.
October 28th. It's nearly Halloween, and it does kind of seem like all of a sudden survival horror has kind of taken over in a weird way with what Ryder's been playing or recently played, and even what I recently played. Um, Probably don't really know because we don't talk about it much, but we aren't really horror game fans. We like survival horror games, but like when it comes to Halloween, we don't just start playing scary games because it's Halloween
No.
or anything like that. But Ryder just so happened to play a game this year that he hyped up so much that I ended up playing it because of his hype. I'll let him talk about how that came
All
to
right.
be.
So I'll start this at the beginning, kind of. So I was kind of just I was at his house like early October, I'd say. It's probably around early October. Might have even been in September. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. Um, and his parents weren't there. Okay, it's getting a little weird, but
Yeah.
all we did was just like we took his like CRT out to like the living room so we could sit on the couch, instead of his like room.
Yeah.
So so we had like nice space sitting on the couch. We were like playing some games, play like Goof Troop and all that. And I started playing Silent Hill 1 finally, first time ever. Um, and the first thing I noticed in Silent Hill 1 is that like everything I've thought about Silent Hill is like completely wrong. Where it's like I thought it was like a super survival horror game where you have like no ammo and all that, and that's completely wrong. You have so much ammo that every enemy you can just kill. Like it's like no problem at all. And but I finally played Silent Hill 1. And I'm like, damn, I actually really like this game. It's actually pretty damn good. And pretty much whenever I left that weekend, I went home and
By the way, I just want to add,
finally, oops, sorry.
he didn't finish Silent Hill 1
No, I did not
at
finish
that
Silent Hill 1 that
sitting
time.
at that time.
No, no, I got to like the school. I was like halfway through the school,
Yeah.
I think, is about where I was.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. Big dicking it down. I'm playing Silent Hill 2. Just pop that boy in, and I played through Silent Hill 2. And man, am I so happy that randomly we decided to play Silent Hill 1 and maybe play Silent Hill 2 when I got home. Because Silent Hill 2 is one of the greatest games ever made. The game
Yeah.
is so unbelievably great. Like, legit, one of the best games I have ever played in my life. What a masterpiece of a game. Um, but I also ended up going back over, finishing Silent Hill 1, because I also have Silent Hill 3, and I was like, well, I got to play through 1 before I play through 3. Um, so I played through 1. That's also really good. Then I played through 3. So I went from never playing any of the Silent Hill games to beating the first 3 in like a month's time.
Yep.
So big fan of the Silent Hill games now.
Yes.
Too bad I think I played the 3 best ones already. So
Yeah, I think so.
so don't know when I'll get to play another one because I don't have any of the other ones. We'll
Yeah.
see. Um, but they're all really good. Two's a masterpiece. They're just phenomenal. Uh,
He
and I'll go ahead.
I was
My
gonna
bad.
say he would not shut up about Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Sorry.
he just was like so enthralled by this game. It had consumed his every fiber of his being. And I told him, I was like, go ahead and spoil it for me because I'm probably never gonna play it. Silent Hill was never really my cup of tea. I liked Resident Evil, and I wasn't really a Silent Hill fan, just based off of what I heard and whatnot. And I did play a little bit of one. So he was telling me the story, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Well, even though he told me pretty much everything that happened, I was like, I still had this desire. I was like, you know what? I haven't heard him talk about a game so highly in a while, and I happen to own it as well. So I put it in and I played through it. And yeah, I mean, I think that game is story wise is a masterpiece. Gameplay can be up for debate. It's just as far as combat and everything. Everyone's gonna feel different about it. I didn't have any issues with it. I know Ryder didn't. So, all that was fine.
It's just boring. It's like
Yeah,
boring
it's
combat.
the fun of Silent Hill is the puzzles and the story. So
Yes. That's
if you're looking for like an action survival horror game, you're really not gonna get it with Silent Hill
yeah.
2
You're getting Devil May
or
Cry
any of.
5 here. All right.
Yeah.
That's
But so I played that. I was also really happy that I played it, and I was gonna I did put Silent Hill 3 in pretty much right after, but I started to compare it a little too much to 2 because 3 is a bit faster paced and more enemies, and it does play just a bit different. And I was like,
I,
man, I think I need to take a break.
yeah. I literally told him too that I think he should take a break because I played 3 right after 2, and I don't want to say 3 is a bad game, but it was like disappointing after
Yeah,
2. But that's because I think 2 is so good.
but
So I told him to like try to put a break in between so you don't like not hate 3, but you're like, well, it's not 2, so
yeah,
sucks.
but in between when he played and in between when I played, something out of the just something out of thin air magically poofed. Um, that all of a sudden there's a Silent Hill 2 remake. There's like 17 Silent Hill games coming out. You can get plushies, you can get a dog coin bank, you can get statues, you can get skateboards. I mean, like it went from like no Silent Hill anything to like if you want it Silent Hill, you got it Silent Hill. Anything you want. Um a little bit, I think that I won't get into it, but they did announce a bit too much. But they showed Silent Hill 2 remake. And
It is crazy too that it happened right after we
yeah,
played it.
it happened
It's like,
right after he finished it that it was like, oh, all of a sudden Konami's like, we're gonna do something on Wednesday about the new Silent Hill, and it's like, wow, what are the chances? And sure enough, Silent Hill 2 remake. So him talking about how good it is, Silent Hill 2 remake coming out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it. Um, so um, as far as games we've been playing, Ryder just said, he played through Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3.
uh, I can
Um,
finish off my list because it's
yeah,
not
keep
anything
going.
great. Um, Also, what I'm playing now is I'm doing a couple I'm doing like couple platinum runs, trying to get platinum in the original Dead Space on PS3. Got to do the hardcore run or the impossible run, I think is what it's called. Um, Barely started that. Got a little while to go, and I'm also working through to the Yakuza Kiwami plat because I finally bought Yakuza Kiwami 2. Also got Zero as well, and now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and Zero. So now actually gonna play the series, So I'm working to getting the plat of Yakuza Kiwami so I could play two. I kind of wish I wasn't working for the plat. I'm an idiot, but whatever. It's what he has to be. But it's pretty much what I'm doing. Maybe go back to Persona 5, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
With the Persona 3 and 4 come out like January.
Yeah, it's soon.
Yeah, it's really soon.
You were also going for a Dead Space platinum.
I just said that, bro.
Oh, sorry. I I heard you. I heard Yakuza, and I instantly just started thinking about you struggling on pool, and I don't know why my brain went. So
I
that's my
don't want to think about
apologies.
that pool. I don't want to think about
Um.
billiards anymore, bro.
So yeah, that's what he's been up to. Um.
You actually playing games like a good guy.
What?
I said you're actually playing like actual games, not doing dumb stuff in them.
Well, yeah, whatever. Each their own. But I also played Silent Hill 2, beat that. Um. I had just come off of beating Dragon Quest 4 on DS.
Yeah,
Was
that's good.
still itching for a JRPG, like the seventh one in a row. Just kept wanting to play them. So I ended up putting Final Fantasy 7, almost at 17, Final Fantasy 7
Oh,
in PS1. I never played the original. I got about 17 hours in. I'm past, a little bit past where the 7 remake ends. Um, and all of a sudden, I'm enjoying the game, but I think like the turn-based combat is starting to wear on me because I've been playing them too much. So like I started to get to the point where I'm like, man, it's a really good game, but I don't feel like turn-based combat. I really felt like playing like an action-based game. So that one's benched until further notice. Um, and I'm actually probably gonna be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade because now that I can compare it again, because I did beat Seven Remake, so I can like now I can go into Seven Remake doing everything that I've already done in the original and comparing it and all that stuff. So might do that. I beat Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Awesome, awesome game. I need to do Virgil's side content. That game is
uh,
is great.
I think I got halfway through Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah,
So
we both got to the same spot when the game first came out, pretty much, and then we both dropped it at the same spot. It was kind of funny, not for any negative reason, just when we
nah, I just didn't
stopped.
feel like playing it. Yeah.
Um, but I think that's. I tried some Evil Within. I can't say if I'm liking it or not. I barely played it. That was gonna be possibly the game I played next. But as of right now, I'm in like game limbo. But I do believe shortly, uh, within the next day or two, me and Ryder will be starting our Dark Souls 3 co-op playthrough because we did co-op 1 and 2, and we couldn't do 3 until he got a PS5 because that 30 FPS frame rate just was not cutting it for him.
No,
So
no, it wasn't.
definitely definitely happy to be able to do that, and then we can even maybe do Bloodborne. I know you didn't want to do
Oh yeah,
Bloodborne
we
until you
got
got a PS5.
yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, we can do Bloodborne. That's that. Oh my God, we're gonna get our ass kicked in that one though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry we don't like stream or make let's play videos or stuff. It's just I've kind of found that it's just not my thing. I'm not very good at talking and playing games. I kind of just focus and forget to talk. So
Maybe we could
apologies.
stream our good old Elden Ring run that we're gonna do.
Yeah, yeah. Our secret whip run.
Whip.
Yeah, that's gonna be horrible.
So bad. Oh,
But yeah, so that's what we've been playing. That's what we've beat recently. All that fun jazz. Um, Now I want to talk about games that we are excited for. We already talked about Silent Hill 2 remake. We already
damn
talked about
bit.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk too much about Callisto, but that's definitely one that me and him are both super super hyped for.
I'm excited for it. I just hope it doesn't come off like a Dead Space ripoff, but I don't think it will.
I just don't know if it can because it's literally made by the same guy. So like I don't know how it could be a ripoff. It's like it's literally made
I
by
was
the
just
Dead
like,
Space guy.
I don't want it to I want it to play a little bit differently. I don't want it to just be like a carbon copy of Dead
Well,
Space,
from
you
what we've
know?
seen, it definitely seems a bit different. There's like blocking
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
just other
Yeah.
things.
There's like melee weapons and stuff
Yeah.
you can use.
So definitely high hopes for that. Dead Space remake, of course, can't not be hyped for that.
Yeah, that looks better every time I see it, man. That looks legit. Like, and that's a remake. That's like a game nobody's talking about like at all. Nobody's mentioning it coming out. It's kind of sad, but it looks really good.
Yeah, that game has potential to become the definitive way to play Dead Space, even though it's a remake, not a remaster. It has potential, depending on really what they change, I guess. And then I will say, I'm just gonna throw this in there. A game that comes out November 11th that I'm like iffy on. It was a game that when it first got announced, I was kind of like looking forward to it, but I don't know anymore. That's a Tactics Ogre Reborn, I believe it's called. Comes out November 11th. I'm probably not gonna pick it up. At least not day one. We'll see. I don't know. Me and tactic games don't really get along. Sorry to say, but I know that's one that people really highly praise. Um,
A lot of
yeah,
remakes, which is where I want to go with the question then.
and then
You
pretty
know,
much from Dead Space, our next big thing would be Resident Evil 4 remake.
yeah, we got the Resident Evil 4 remake. We actually talked about this a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
they definitely showed us some stuff.
yeah, this game looks incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really
Looks
does.
like a beauty. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. So,
Yeah,
um, and I'll admit it, I was a bit of a dickhead who said it doesn't deserve a remake. I'm like they shouldn't even remake it, but it looks really good. So I'm
it
happy
does.
they are. Um, I still don't think they're going to cut any content, but I see people worrying a little bit. What do you think? You think
I I don't think they're gonna. The only reason I don't really see them cutting any content, at least anything that's like major, is because the game's not even that long. It's like a what 15-hour experience first
yeah,
playthrough.
it's like that's how long it takes
I
me. Yeah, it takes about
but
15.
they did from what we've seen, they did change some stuff, and it's like they took smaller parts and kind of added depth to them, made them a bit
Yep.
longer. So my only thought is, are we gonna have a game that has everything the original had, and it's gonna be like a 30-hour game or 20+ hour game, or are we gonna get a 15-hour game that, for meme's sake, I'll say it, but like cuts the island out? You just don't really know because Silent Hill 2 didn't really, Resident Evil 2 remake didn't really cut any content, um,
uh,
compared to
I didn't
3.
play. I didn't. Okay, yeah, 3 cut content. I didn't play the original 2
Yeah.
though, so
Well, 3 cut
uh,
so much, cut like a major part out of the game, and people
yeah,
were very upset about it. And I don't think Resident Evil 4 is going to get that treatment. But as far as
no
cutting
way.
content, I mean, it's so hard to tell, you're not going to know until you play it. And that's the only thing that can really be scary, I guess.
All the HD doesn't have this weird glitch that happens if you like shoot this wall like with a shotgun and then like knife it 3 times that the original has, and then people be mad about it.
Yeah,
You
people
know,
are insane. I
people are crazy.
they want
The,
like
pe-
they
the people
want
that wanted the
games.
typos in the Final Fantasy VII remake are still the dumbest people I've ever seen. Like, if it
Yeah.
doesn't say this guy or sick, it's trash. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about, dude?
I mean, I think it's one of those things where people want a remaster and a remake. They're like, you better not change anything, and then like the other side's like, it better be different. It's like it's just crazy how split it can be. But I think it's better to change things. I don't, it's again, it's a remake, not a remaster. Things are gonna change, and they definitely already have. Parrying and uh, crafting ammo, uh,
Yeah,
giving
that's
like
a
a
big new
basement to
thing.
a house that doesn't even have one. Just like things like that are crazy. The chainsaw sequence where like the chainsaw dude cuts down a piece of the walkway on the house. Like they've definitely changed some things, which I'm all for. I even went and bought the collector's edition for Resident Evil 4. So everything goes to plan. Maybe I'll do an unboxing of that or whatever. But no promises. But I did get that, so definitely,
Hell yeah.
definitely looking forward. I would say Resident Evil 4 definitely kind of shot up there as like maybe my most anticipated game. I might
That's
actually be
probably
more
mine.
anticipated for RE4 than Callisto or Dead Space. I'll be
Yeah,
completely
I'd say it's
honest.
mine.
It
It's
looks
definitely
so good.
mine. Mine's probably that, Dead Space. God of War's up there. It's not like super high though for some
Yeah,
reason. I don't
God of
know. I don't
War.
know
I feel
why.
kind of bad for God of War. Like, I'm looking forward to it. and I'm gonna buy it, but at
Yeah.
least as of right now, I'm like, man, 11 days, and I'm not counting the
I'm not
days.
I'm not feeling this one for some reason as much as it was the second, like the first one, the first reboot.
Yeah,
When the one on PS4, I was like, man, I really want to play that. This one, I'm like, yeah, I want to play it, but I can like go without it for a little while. I don't know
I'm
why I
hoping
feel
that
that
when
way.
I play it, because I'll get it day one. I know I will, and when I get it and play it, I'm hoping that it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is great. Like, okay, this is
Yeah,
good. But I still have a little bit of fear that I'm gonna play it and be like, man, I'm just not feeling it. I don't because I'm not right now. I'm not really feeling that type of genre because it's like slower. It's kind of like slower action RPG. Here
yeah.
lately, I've been like, give me fast. I just like been wanting like Devil May Cry played. I want to play FF7 remake because like that's pretty quick. Uh, like just I don't know. I'm in this like give me fast combat all of a sudden, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah,
Play Bayonetta.
I thought about picking up Bayonetta today because I never played one or two. Third one just came out
Uh,
today.
yeah, it just came out. Yeah, relative. Yep. One's on. They're on Switch, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Probably. Yeah. Um.
but I forgot to even look. I honest to God.
Yeah. I like Bayonetta one. I probably when I played it, I probably didn't appreciate it though. I was probably like too young to really be
Yeah.
like. I was just like this, whatever. But it was good. Big controversy with Bayonetta though.
Oh yeah, it's a
Everybody,
mess.
everybody knows, so we probably don't need to get into it.
Yeah,
A
if
little
you've been
uninformed
on
too.
Twitter at least once in the last 2 weeks, you've seen it. It's.
It's crazy.
I do want to say we were just talking about Resident Evil 4, a game that came out today that I'm looking forward to. I haven't picked it up yet because I'm trying to not get it digital, but I don't think there's really other option. And that's Resident Evil 8 Gold Edition came out today with the DLC and the third person mode, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. But I really don't want to get it digital, and I called or I went to a local game store yesterday. They didn't have it. Called up one today. They didn't have it. And I'm like, man, is anyone getting this game in? So maybe Amazon. I don't know. I'll probably end up getting it digital because if I really want to play it that bad over this weekend, we'll see. But so that's cool that that came out. Looking forward to that as
Yeah,
well.
gold. Yeah, yeah. That's a game I've got to pick up now too. Play that,
And I think that
especially
launched at
third person.
40 or 50, the gold
Oh, really?
edition. Yeah, it's
That's
not full
cool.
price.
Like that's sweet.
So I'm looking
It's nice to
definitely
know.
definitely gonna have to grab that because I did really enjoy Resident Evil Village. And the third person seems, I'd much prefer third person, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed that game, so I know I'll enjoy it even more playing it third person. So definitely looking forward to that. Picking that up.
Um, it's really about it with games looking forward to. A lot of the other games like so far in advance, and
Yeah,
really look forward
yeah.
to.
Unless you want to talk,
Uh,
Kingdom Hearts 4.
who
Like,
knows when that's coming out?
yeah, that's what I mean.
That ain't
Yeah,
even
it's
close.
ain't
Like
getting nothing.
Rebirth. I got Rebirth coming out eventually. I don't even know what else.
Honest to God, I don't know. I I know some people are upset. Street Fighter 6 is coming out a bit later than everyone was expecting. They're kind of
Yeah.
getting their hopes up like it's gonna come early next year, but it's like it's looking like it might come like after April. It's like everyone kind of like took the wind out of their sails. People are definitely looking forward to that game. I do like fighting games, but I'm not like crazy into like picking up
Um,
Street Fighter stuff. But
I was listening to this podcast, and they're fighting game fans. I wasn't listening to it because of the fighting game stuff. I thought they would. I made a mistake. It was like 3 hour podcast. I was like, they'll probably just mention the fighting game stuff and Street Fighter 6 because they were like playing. They were playing it. I think they talked about it for about 2 hours straight. I'm like, man, I had to
yeah,
hear them talk about Street Fighter 6 2 hours straight. So I don't really care about fighting games, but they're really hyped up for Street Fighter 6. They said it looks like it looks like an all time great fighting game. So a lot of the fighting game guys apparently are really excited for it
yeah. I
for
mean,
Street Fighter
they got to
6.
play the beta. It wasn't an open beta,
Yep.
so I didn't even get to
Yeah.
try it. But a lot of people said it was the best fighting game beta they ever played as far as
Yep.
stability and rollback netcode and everything like that. So
Yep.
I'm happy, because I do like fighting games. I'm just not. I'm almost like I'm pretty much not as into them as I was. But I if Street Fighter 6 is good, I'll probably pick it up because I do like learning fighting games and playing online and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to see Street Fighter 6 doing well so far
Yeah.
because 5 was a flop early
I
on.
wish
5 was
I
rough.
I wish I cared about fighting games, but I don't. Because like what you got the next Tekken coming out too. They announced
Yeah,
that not
Tekken
too
8,
long
yeah.
ago. Um.
The thing with fighting games is you just it's the weirdest genre of game because the only way to get better is to play and get your ass absolutely beat. So you have to just
Oh,
go in and be like, okay, I'm gonna get my ass beat 100 times online until it just clicks. Then it clicks, and then you're having fun. You just got to be prepared to just lose. It's weird.
speaking of playing games getting your ass kicked, do you see Modern Warfare 2 as a skill based matchmaking?
Yes, it does.
Um, and people are pissed. A
Yeah.
couple people are pissed. What's your opinion?
I
I want to know
see
your
that
opinion.
one's tough. Skill-based matchmaking, for those who don't know, is you get put into lobbies with people of your similar skill level. So people with similar KDs, win loss ratios. I don't really know how they calculate it, but they somehow get you into lobbies with people of your skill level. And here's why I think that it's bad. I
Okay.
disagree with it because it's a normal public match. And I know it goes both ways, but I think skill based matchmaking and anything like that, because Modern Warfare 2 is going to have, if it hasn't, I don't know if it launched day one, but there is going to be ranked. So why is there skill based matchmaking in normal, just public matches when you're going to have ranked? Because people shouldn't have to just be trying their best all the time. I mean, there's people that if you come over, if I'm playing the game and you come over and I'm like, hey, you want to try it? And have been playing and I'm putting you against people that are try hard, you're probably not going to have fun. And I know people
Yeah.
don't think about it that way, but that's just like
I don't really
Call
think.
of
I didn't
Duty.
think about it that way.
Call of Duty is such a pick up and play and mess around game that nobody, someone like me would never in a million years probably ever touch ranked. So what happens when me and you are playing together and it doesn't know? Because normally skill based matchmaking and ranked things, if you're playing with me and it's just a normal public match, it's bringing you up to me. Or if you're a higher rank than me, it's bringing me up to you. So it's just I just don't think in a public just normal team deathmatch there should ever be skill based matchmaking. Leave it to ranked competitive try hard stuff, but not in a public match.
I just think it's funny because a lot of it does come across as like dudes who want to play and just stomp everybody, and it's like, well, they won't be able to stomp like people on like
Yeah.
public matches because it does come across like that with some people. But
Oh, and it probably is for
it's
like
like
there are probably genuinely people that are upset that they can't
it,
just go
it,
stomp public matches.
it's really like it is a very like gray area. Like it's like this
Hmm.
like there's really good stuff about it, and there's like really
Yeah.
bad stuff
Yeah,
about it.
it's an
It's really
argument that I
weird.
see both ways, but I just think that because they're adding
Maybe
ranked,
they
there's no point having skill based matchmaking in norms.
maybe they should give you like an option or something to turn it on. That'd probably be the best way to do it. Like I
But no
want
one
it
would turn
like
it on.
this. Yeah, it's true.
Do
But
you remember? Oh, okay. That's I don't know why I still remember. You want to know something we were just talking about fighting games. Here's what fighting games do, and I think it's pretty neat. You go into some fighting games do this. Dragon Ball Fighters did this. You can pick when you're looking for a match to play with people of the same rank as you or like same skill level as you or better. You can't pick worse. That's messed up. But you can intentionally like be like want to be matched against people higher level and better than you to learn. So I thought that was pretty neat. I think the problem with giving people on Call of Duty the option to go skill based matchmaking and like make it harder, I don't know if anybody's gonna click that on.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I don't think anyone's gonna use it. But if they add it, they add it. But I like I said, I know from what I heard, they're adding ranked, whether it's in there yet or not. So skill based matchmaking, it does ruin some games. It really does. But at the same time, you're playing Call of Duty, so you're gonna suffer anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you're
Yeah.
no. Let's be honest. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna play the game for a month. You're gonna drop it. You're gonna talk about. Or you're gonna play the next Call of Duty and talk about how bad the last one is. Buy the new one. Play it for a month. It's rinse and repeat. You know. I know there's people that play and get to max prestige level 1,000, but just remember that those people also don't know what the color of grass is.
My favorite thing that happens every year is like it'll come out and people hate it, and then like the next year comes out, they'll be like, you know what, it actually wasn't that bad last year because
Yeah.
they hate the one that year, and then it's like a cycle that just keeps repeating. Happens with Madden,
Oh yeah.
happens with FIFA, happens with any yearly game. It
Any yearly
happens.
game. It was happening. It started to happen to Assassin's Creed. You know, the yearly games just don't do well because they're rushed. They're not polished. You just cannot have these games come out yearly and expect quality. Take a look at WWE 2K20 versus 22. They skipped
Yeah,
a year. The difference is immeasurable.
they should probably honestly they should probably keep doing that with
Yeah,
WWE. They just skip a year every 2 years, release one.
every sports game should do it. I think we're at the point Madden should come out and that's it. We have that Madden. It gets updates. You can throw in a battle pass if you want. Keep the game updated. Keep it alive for 4 years. If you feel like you need to make a new one, make a new one. It makes people feel like they're not wasting their time investing time into their ultimate team because it's going to be a waste in 10 months. I just think that that's how they should do it. I don't think it'll ever happen, but that's
That won't
the
ever
direction I
happen.
think that sports games should go. And even with Call of Duty, Warzone, the Battle Royale, it's been out for years. People love it. It's the same game. They update it. Your skins, you get to keep all your progress. You don't feel like you're wasting anything. Warzone 2 is coming out soon, but it's been a long enough time. Warzone 1 stuff carries over to Warzone 2. Like, that type of stuff is what there needs to be more of. Sorry to go on a tangent after just talking about skill based matchmaking, but
Well, whoops, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know bringing it up would set you off like that. But geez,
just some things that I just feel like some people. Maybe, I'm not saying nobody thinks about, but just some things to just remind yourself about.
oh yeah, the one thing I mentioned like 3 times when you were here, I was like, oh no, I'll save it for the podcast. I just remember what it was. Um, I should have brought this up when we were talking about the remakes. Do you, do you think when they like make like a remake, they should have like an original version of it with the remake?
You mean like launched? Like
Like,
you should
okay,
get
so let's
Resident Evil
say,
4 original plus remake
yeah,
in the when you buy
yeah,
the game.
yeah. When you get Silent Hill 2, you should get like Silent Hill 2 original with it.
Um,
Not like the game, but like it's just like you just, like download it, you know, or something. Um, you don't need to do like an actual physical release with it,
yeah.
but
Um, uh, I
or
mean, I
like
would love it.
you would Resident Evil 2 comes out and it's like, oh, it actually has the original Resident Evil 2 you can play. I mean, it would be sweet,
I mean,
wouldn't
yeah,
it?
I'd absolutely love it. They never will, but I would love it.
No,
So yeah, I mean, I do they need to? No. Should they? Of course. Will they? No.
I don't see why they don't do that and like be like, oh, you could spend $60 for the game or spend 70 and get like the other one with it,
I
you know?
mean, one thing that I thought was cool was when you bought this is different, and I know, but when you bought just for Xbox One, this was an Xbox One only thing. When you bought an Xbox One copy of Fallout 4, you got Fallout 3 with it, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, it is cool.
It was playable on your Xbox One, you know. So I thought that was cool. I think the reason we just will never get that is because they would have to put effort into porting a game that, like, these people just, these companies just drop, not franchises, but they will drop a title and just never even talk about it ever again. There's so many games that just get left in the dust,
Hmm.
but yet they'll bring up games that it's like no one has even like played that game. Like no one cares about that game. Why is that getting brought up? Why is that getting ported? What about this game?
Yeah.
You look at the PS4, PS1, PS2 games, and it's like, yeah, there's good stuff, but it's like there's a lot missing. You get kind of like, wow, what the heck? Same with the Nintendo Switch Online service. They got some great Super Nintendo games, great Genesis, great N64, great NES, but there's so many missing. And I'm not saying they need to have the whole library, but why are some games on there when it's like, what is the point of even having this game on there? There's games that we've looked at and we're like, what? This game sucks. No one cares about it, but it took a spot over something like Chrono Trigger. Things like it's like, hello? Like, what the heck, man? But yeah, it would be cool. I would be all for that, of course.
Yeah, I wish. I never really thought about it before, but it like came in my head the other day. I think I was actually thinking about like how like with Resident Evil in particular, with like two, you can get the original soundtrack, right?
Huh.
Because you play with the original soundtrack. And I'm like, that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But like, man, I wish mainly because I really wanted to just play the originals of these too as well, you know.
Well,
Because they're hard to find. It's hard to find like legit copies of
yeah.
some of these games. You know, like Silent Hill 2 is a hard game to actually get
And once you
physical,
get it, you got to spend
legit.
$120.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
You know,
sometimes it's not even difficult to find. It's expensive, but some games, yeah, they're difficult to find and expensive.
now like Resident Evil 4 is not hard to find. That's an easy
No,
game to
no,
find,
you can
especially
get that
since
on
it's on
PS4,
PS4.
10 bucks.
Yeah, you get it on like everything.
and
You know.
and of course you can get Resident Evil 2 on PS3 for 10 bucks. The
Yeah.
original. But me and Ryder are at the point now where we've got CRTs, and it's like you feel like you're sinning to not use it. You know, it's like you could play it on PS3, but turn around, you got your CRT, the original hardware. You just need that disc, and it's like that's the way you want to play it, and it'll always be that way for me. So same with Silent Hill 2. You can emulate it, you can do whatever you want, but it's not when you're not playing on a CRT right now. For me, I feel wrong.
I think I don't know why, but I've been really feeling Resident Evil 2 lately. It's like I really
Yeah,
need to play that game for
the
some
original,
reason.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, the original. The
Hey,
original.
I'll tell you
I need to
what.
replay the remake too. I only played that
Me
like
too.
once.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, anytime, I won't say the name, but our local game store, they always have Resident Evil 2 in the case. So,
Yeah.
$70. But
That's a game I'll probably actually be looking into
yeah,
relatively soon. Maybe after like the gangbang of PS5 games that comes out gets passed because I want to buy like all those.
yeah.
But plus got so me and you both got so many other games anyway.
Oh,
You
of
know,
course,
like do we
of
need another
course.
one?
Yeah,
But
of course we do. We collect. I don't look at it as I've got so many games and I still haven't played so many. It's like, nah, dude, give me games. I'll buy a game, sit on the shelf, and I'm just happy it's there.
I got Persona 3 and 4 coming out in
Yeah.
January too, man.
Well,
Dude, it's like
that's
6 or 7 games coming out that I really want. Like,
that's
oh
another
my
thing we
god.
can touch on real quick too. Is
Oh,
in all of our pickup videos, if anybody has seen those, Ryder always talks about like, yeah, I didn't get much, I didn't get much, I didn't get much, I didn't get much. Uh, uh, things are definitely changing. I mean, for him having a job, he's like, yeah, PS5, bam, all these games that are going to be coming out. Yep, get that, I'll get that, I'll get that. Go to the store, go to our local game store, and it's like, yeah, you know what, $70. Nah, sure, I've been wanting it. It's like so that's like such a positive too. Where I'm not saying you should just go spend and blow all your money, but when you
no, I'm
have
not.
when you have money coming in, you don't feel like you feel like you can spend it
Yes.
and be
Yeah.
happy about it. Because you're gonna get paid again and stuff like that. So, um, I will say too, any I'll try and get like information from my local GameStop. I don't know how long it's gonna be around because it seems like that place is going right into the ground right now, but um they still do midnight releases, so I'd be curious what games get midnight releases. Because if any of them that we're looking forward to get them, if we can line it up, we should definitely go. Because you've never done a midnight release. It's like they're just
Nah, I've
fun. They're
never.
just unique. They're just something to do. But they're not like super exciting, but they're cool. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've ranted pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Just uh, everything that's going on with us and just game stuff that we're looking forward to and what we've been playing and everything like that.
We'll try to do this once a month, maybe. I guess
Yeah,
at the end of the month. That sounds like a plan.
yeah. We're
Like,
not calling
oh
this a podcast by any means,
no,
but it's gonna
no.
be a longer style video of us just talking about things like we talked about, news and what we're looking forward to and what we've been playing.
We
Just like a general update of what's been going on. I mean.
maybe me and him had talked about this before. I don't even really know what I'm talking about. But that we wanted to do like an year end thing where it'd be like a really long one of like us talking about like what we all played that year and like what's some of the
Yeah.
best games we played or what's like, um we talked about that before doing that. So we could do that too, like in
Hmm.
December maybe do like one that's like the whole year of
That
what
could
we
be
all
our
played this
Christmas
year.
special.
Because me and him have like finally decided like we were like we got to just start writing down the games
Yep.
we beat because we never did that. We got to just start writing down some of these games we beat and played this year so we know what like just see, like look at it back at the end of the year like oh I started the year beating this and ended with this. That's like crazy. Oh I beat like 50 games this year. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
Um
we could do that like our New Year's. Like that's like our New Year's special.
yeah,
Reflecting on the last year in gaming for us. Yeah, I'd be definitely down to do that, of course.
but yeah, hopefully we get some more content out in general.
Yeah, I mean, we're it's kind of one of those things where, if, like, of course, we don't make any money from this, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. But we do it because we enjoy it, and we just whenever we get an idea for a video, we try and do it. And like I've told Ryder, and like he knows, anytime he ever just wants to set up his camera and make a video about something, by all means, I don't, it's our channel. It's not we don't get to pick and choose. Like, don't upload that. So, I'm gonna be doing um a video soon, hopefully tomorrow, if all goes planned. So maybe get that up too. So I don't want to make any promises, but yeah, we'll definitely try and keep stuff coming out. It's just consistency. We're working on it. All right.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna work on it, bros. Sorry.
But either way, appreciate you guys for listening all the way through this. If you did,
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
and
Let
appreciate
us
the
know what you're
recent
looking forward to.
subscribers.
Oh,
You don't go unnoticed. We did get like 20 something subscribers. We appreciate it. Not unnoticed. We got 27 subscribers in the last month. Appreciate
really?
that. Yeah, we went from 150 to
Oh, yeah.
177.
Oh, damn. I think the last time I checked, it was like at like 161 or something.
Yeah. So appreciate the comments and likes as well.
Whoops.
I really like the interaction. I like
Guess I wasn't noticing them when I was looking at the channel.
yeah.
Sorry.
I like the comments. I like interacting. So definitely
Yeah, yes,
comments,
keep that up.
likes,
Yeah,
all
keep
that
comment
stuff.
up. We try to reply to most comments too.
Yeah. I
Unless you're that one dude who replied the same thing like 3 of my videos.
yeah. I don't know
What he
what's up with
said.
him. May Lord Umbasa rest his soul. I hope he's doing well. But all right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye
We'll see you next
bye.
time.
Oh my god.